Good morning. It is Saturday, April 15th, tax day and Sam's birthday. This morning, Sam stayed over last night, and this morning I made him breakfast. I made Swedish pancakes, which are, I'm Swedish. That's my background on one of my grandpa's side. And anyway, love Swedish pancakes, so made that for breakfast and spent some time with Sam celebrating his birthday. And then I am almost at work here, and I just missed my turn because I'm vlogging, but that's okay. Anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about all my different businesses and kind of the behind the scenes on what that's like and kind of my story, where I've come from. So if you're not interested in that, skip ahead. So I'm obviously an occupational therapist. I mean, if you've watched any of my videos, you know I also teach piano. I have renters in my home. I work for my sister. I've worked for my mom some. I have my online coaching business. I obviously have my YouTube channels. So I have a lot of different things going on, as well as like the gaming, Twitch kind of thing. I'm like circling around in this hospital. Where am I going? Let's try this. Let's turn here. See if we can find the right building. These hospital complexes are huge, so turning on the wrong place means I don't know where I am anymore. Anyway, so I have all these different businesses, and I've always been somebody who had a lot of different businesses. That's just the way my mind works. I think about how I can make money at something if I'm interested in it. And I like to do a lot of things. I don't just want to do one thing. So I finished my master's degree in occupational therapy back in 2012, and I was also working on my doctorate in occupational therapy. So I started working full-time as a therapist in a city about an hour from where I lived. And I did that for 3 years while I was finishing my doctorate, and I was teaching piano, and I was starting one of my businesses. So I was doing a few different things. I was very busy, definitely working over 40 hours a week, especially when I was in school, as far as like if you count schoolwork as work. And then once I finished school totally, I've progressively started a few other things, and I had always been doing therapy full time as well. So last May, I quit doing full-time therapy, and it had been my goal for a long time, and it was great. I quit and I did this part-time therapy I had agreed to 30 hours a week, and I actually felt a little bit disappointed in myself that I didn't stick to as part-time as I had said. But that job ended up falling through by the beginning of August. It was a new like startup kind of place, therapy place, and they just didn't have enough clients, and they were paying me more than they really could afford, and so it ended up getting cut shorter, the amount of time that I was working there. And so it was a really stressful time because I didn't really know what I was going to do. But I really didn't want to do full-time work. So I started doing these 2 different PRN jobs that I'm still doing now. And I make my own schedule. I love that. But it was a little scary from like August through December of last year. I wasn't really doing any therapy. I started doing I got these jobs in September, but I had to get my Missouri license. I had to do all these background checks, and because they're PRN jobs, it's all about somebody calling you and setting it up, and some of that is building that relationship. So I wasn't getting jobs offered as often as I am now. So I really didn't work any until November. And it was only like a couple days in November. And then I really didn't start working until December, as far as like a couple days a week kind of thing, or any kind of regular basis. So I didn't make a lot of money those months. I did go into a little bit of credit card debt to maintain my bills and all of that kind of stuff, because I was living off of a lot less income than I was used to, but I had the same amount of bills. But since then, since January, I've been making a lot more money than way more money than I had when I was working way more than 40 hours a week, like last year. And I've been calculating how much I'm working, and my average is probably about 40 hours, sometimes less. And I'm making significantly more money. And so that has been such a blessing to know that, like, I took this risk and it was scary. And at first it was like, shit, I don't have the money I need. But now it's like, yes, this was the right decision. You have so much more I have so much more flexibility with where I spend my time and how I spend it, and it's in my control. But it's also stressful. Every time I get asked to work a therapy job, I have to think about it and decide and use that mental energy versus just that rote, oh, I go to this job, I do this thing. You know, it's a lot of new places and new ideas and new things. And I'm doing these YouTube things. My YouTube channel, like, it takes a long time for that to build up to make any kind of money. So it's a lot of work without any real income reward. I'm blessed with, I keep getting the piano students, and I make good money working for my sister, which I love, helping her, and that's totally flexible. So anyway, that's just some of my little rant of behind the scenes of this journey I've been on this last year. And where I'm hoping to go is to do everything on my terms, meaning that I can totally work for myself. I don't have to be tied to any place. Like, I could travel and do work, and then so pretty much online based type of work is my ideal. So doing my YouTube channels, doing my online business, working for my sister, starting new and different businesses as I get the ideas, my gaming channel, doTERRA, which is my essential oil business, and letting go of these time sensitive, place sensitive types of jobs, at least I would only do them as I was interested, and if it was like a really good opportunity or something like that. So yeah, that's a little bit of the journey I'm in. I hope that's interesting. If not, sorry. So plan for the day. I'm going to go in and do this one eval. Probably will take me an hour and a half, 2 hours, not any kind of crazy amount of time. And instead of going into acro today, because it'd be too late to make it, I will be editing some vlogs and working in my business, because today is the last day I have a vlog going up, and I'm behind on editing, of course, as always. So I have lots to do. And then Sam and I are going to dinner for his birthday at 7 at this place called Novel, which he's never been to, but it's a really great restaurant here in Kansas City. And then we'll be going to Julep to have drinks and stuff with friends to celebrate his birthday. So should be a fun day, and I will catch back with you later. So I'm leaving my house to go to Sam's, and we're gonna go out to dinner and then drinks for his birthday. And I'm trying to be stylish. I don't know if you can see it because I'm not gonna look at the camera. I did a sock bun for the first time ever, and I'm wearing like a crop top and such things, pretending I'm trendy. Yes. Okay. Anyway, so gonna go do that. Should be awesome and lots of fun, and I will show you some of it.
Yep. I'm ready to give you a call, catch up with how you're doing. this next week with both of these shows.
That'd be pretty cool.
So it'll be like a really long working vacation of just theater that I've created.